Hi, this video is about Fender shielding ground wire. Basically, shielding is a good thing. It shields against unwanted noise in the signal. And the idea with shielding is that you create a box, contain the electronics in that box, connect that box to ground, and then the box intercepts electromagnetic interference and radio frequency interference and sends that interference to ground so it doesn't get in your signal. The way Fender accomplishes it is a little bit unique. What they do is they spray the cavity or cavities with shielding paint before they spray the color coats. So if you see right here, this little gray area, that's shielding paint that they've sprayed in the cavity, and then they spray the color coats over top of that. The color coats, or clear coats if it's a sunburst or whatever, will of course obscure the shielding paint, so they just chip off a little area of the top coat to expose a little section of the the shielding paint underneath, and then they've got to connect the shielding paint to ground. And the way they do it is they just use a little lug here with a screw, and it just screws right into the paint, right up against it, and then there will be a wire coming off of that lug that connects to ground, usually to the back of a pot. And sometimes you might see the string ground coming from the back of the guitar will also be tied to that. Sometimes you might see a jack, the ground from the jack tied to it. I've seen different things. But essentially, if you see one of these in your guitar, this little screw lug, then you need the shield ground wire. And what we'll do is, on your assembly, we'll attach a wire with the lug on the end of it, and you'll just screw it right into the same place that the other one screws out of. I mean, in other words, you take off your Fender parts and save the screw, just use the same screw, and just screw our lug into the shielding paint.